The number one priority for the Philadelphia Eagles this offseason, well, he's staying in Philly. Nigel Bradham. 5 years, $40 million. That's the reported extension that he's going to sign later today at the start of free agency. That's going to be in about 3 hours from now. It's 1 o'clock here on the East Coast. So Nigel Bradham remains an Eagle, and this is huge because we had a little bit of a scare. He said he's going to test the free agent market, test the free agent waters, but you know what? He's always thrived under Jim Schwartz, and he really hasn't thrived anywhere else under any other system. So under Schwartz, he's been a goodie. He initially signed on a pretty friendly deal, but now he's getting paid, obviously. But Bradham can do a little bit of everything, and you know what the Eagles would have missed had he departed would have been his coverage skills. Really good at dropping back in zone coverage, and you know the Eagles did have a little bit of a struggle at the end of the season covering tight ends and running backs coming out of the backfield. But Bradham has been pretty damn consistent all season long with that. Been pretty damn good the last couple of years. He's been here in Philadelphia, so re-signing him is huge. I also don't think it means that the Eagles won't draft a linebacker, because you look at Jordan Hicks, he's a free agent after the season. Well, Jordan Hicks can't stay on the field. He's been injury-prone his entire career, so do you want to give a lot of money to a guy like that? Probably not. So I would be inclined to draft maybe not even one linebacker, maybe even two. Problem with the linebacker class is, well, it's not really that good, but you know we'll see what the Eagles do come the draft in Dallas. As the Eagles, the Super Bowl champion Eagles, will be making their pick. Yeah, in Big D. How about that? Can't wait for that. You know, it's funny because I was so pissed when they moved the draft from Philly to Dallas. But you know what? It might be worth it in the end. At pick number 32, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles select. Yeah. Big smile on my face. All right. The other thing to maybe keep in mind here, what's going to happen with Michael Kendricks? Now, personally, I'd be inclined to keep him because the depth is kind of scarce after Kendricks. So, you know, it's Kendricks, Hicks, and Bradham. You did sign Corey Nelson. He is unproven, though. But Kendricks is a guy to watch out for. Maybe he does get traded. If you can get a good pick for him. You know, the Eagles do have limited draft capital. Don't have a second or a third. So do you move a Kendricks? We'll see if that's something that the Eagles wind up doing. But again, I wouldn't do that. I would keep Kendricks around and let the other linebackers that you draft develop. But, you know, that's me. Those are my opinions on the subject. By the way, I'm thinking about doing a Corey Nelson film study because nobody knows a damn thing about him. So, you know, I've heard good things. I've read good things, but I don't care what I read. I care about what I see and what I observe. And because I don't trust anybody's opinion but myself. I don't want that to come across arrogant or anything, but, you know, I trust me. I trust my instincts. I trust what I see. And sometimes, you know, when you read something, it's going to be presented in a positive light. It's not always, you know, going to be in a negative light. So we see things and we read things and we see the positives, and then we get, you know, all gushy and like, oh, man, he's going to be a good one. When in reality, you're not going to really write bad about somebody. That's just kind of the way, you know, journalism kind of works. So you're not going to talk negatively. You're not going to talk down about a player. It just doesn't happen. So I will be doing a film study, and watch out for that maybe next week. So I'm going to do it on Corey Nelson. We already know what Michael Bennett is. We already know what Haloti Ngata is, but we don't know what Corey Nelson is. So with that being said, 5 years, $40 million, about what I expected for Bradham. I thought he'd get something like, you know, $8 million a season. That's exactly what he got. So he got his contract. He's staying in Philly. Boom. Love it.